Hello folks, so welcome back if you're following this channel. If you're new to it, welcome. I thought I'd do an early update. I usually do an update on a Friday. I decided to do an early update because I've got a few more corals in that I purchased on Saturday. So I wanted to get those on video log really from the start so I can check the growth out from right at the beginning. So what we purchased was the first one, which I was chuffed about getting. Quite hard to find them. Is I love, obviously, what I've got is the pink Hystrix ceratopora. I managed to find a green one, which is great. I'll try and focus in. Green variety, exactly the same but in green. Nice frag. Get a close up so I can log from the very start. So that's that. The other one is this one, which is a Montipora. I'm still learning all the different types, actually, different varieties of SPS corals, different species of them. This is a Montipora elkhorn type in green. They had a big colony of this in the display tank, and this is actually a frag off of that, and it looked really good in the display tank, so that'd be interesting. And the other one is a plating Montipora, and what's good about this is that there's two colours on one frag plug. So you've got the red and the green there. So that'd be interesting to see when that grows out, what it looks like. All the other corals are doing fine. I say it's only done an update Friday, so there won't be a great deal of difference. The Aquapora, the barley slimer, that's slowly getting there. I've noticed around the base of the structure there's sort of new growth, sort of spreading out around the base. So it's almost as if it's sort of finding its feet and preparing to sort of grow. So hopefully we'll see that shoot straight up over the next few weeks, especially with the levels that I'm running: high calcium, high alkalinity, and whatnot. All the fish stock doing really well. Blue chromis always acting hungry, so they fed already today, a couple of hours ago. And the mimic tang, he's doing great. So everyone, they're all getting on really well. They're all growing and all the colours are good. And there's no disease, no the dreaded white spot. Definitely none of that in here, which is good. The clowns are fine. They're slowly growing and bigger. Cleaner shrimp is doing fine. It's getting huge now, actually. I'm not sure how long they live. I think it's sort of 2 or 3 years. And he's got to be at least a year old, at least. So I just wanted to do a early video catalogue of from the start of these corals, really. I'm not sure what I'm going to do, actually. I'm probably going to do my updates on a Tuesday from now on. This sort of time, Tuesday lunchtime. So I shall probably end up doing an update next Tuesday from now, in a week's time. But yeah, everything's going really well. Hopefully what we're getting there next will be more SPS. The trouble is, it's when this stuff starts growing out, you don't want it all growing into each other, so you've got to be a bit careful. What I want to get next is some more Acropora, corals, which are a bit more challenging and a bit more fussy and don't like swings in water quality and parameters. So, you know, the longer I wait for the acropora, really, the better, really, as the system stabilises more and matures. But who knows, over the next, between now and Christmas, maybe put a couple more bits in. Everything's going fine down in the sump. What I've noticed, if anybody else has got one of these red sea reefers, is that the filter socks that come with it, the standard filter socks, they're 200 micron. They do clog up very quick. I've noticed that initially on my maintenance, it was once a week on the water change, I'd switch them out and they'd be sort of overflowing, or getting close to overflowing. And now I'm finding it I've done it today actually, and I've done my maintenance on a Friday. I switched it out Friday, so today's Tuesday. So only 3 or 4 days out of them now, so twice a week I'm having to change them out. And the way I clean them is outside with a jet washer, power washer, and then I just hang them out to dry, sort of thing. Make sure they're bone dry before they go in. Obviously you don't want chlorine water in the system. But yeah, what I might purchase is try some new ones, a new set, because obviously as you clean them you don't get all of the dirt out, they don't go back to brand new again, so you still got a little bit of stubborn dirt in there that over time builds up, and you end up having to change them quicker as they clog up quicker. But what I might try, they do a 225 micron felt socks, might try those, and they do a 225 mesh sock. Well, quite what the difference is between them two, I don't know, but I might try them out. They do 100 micron ones actually, which is for fine polishing on mature systems, but you know, that'll clog up within a day or two, I would imagine. Yeah, everything's going fine down here. Skimmer's fine. The reaction, the other reactors are okay. The Rafos reactor, it's due to be changed actually Friday. The Rafos out, and that's been 3-4 weeks now. Carbon reactor fine. Doser fine. So yeah, it's all good. Someone did ask me actually in the comment box on one of my other videos, what sand am I using? And it's Reef Flowers Pearl White, grain size 1 mil to 1.5 mil, the larger grain size. Obviously, as you know, I'm running a real high flow in here. So it doesn't blow around all over the place, and it's the whitest sand I've ever seen in anyone's tank really. It's really good sand, really happy with it. It's well, now the diatoms are gone, it's just staying really white and lovely. So we're 3.5 months in, or 3 months 2 weeks. Yeah, really good. And it's a 99% on the, if you go on, I don't know if they've got a website or not, but if you go and have a look and check the description out on a company that's selling them, selling the sand, it's 99% calcium carbonate sand, so it's a good sand. I'd highly recommend it. Glad I went for it. Other questions are, what settings do you have your wave machines on? I'm constantly changing them about, to be honest. It's important obviously to get high flow, chaotic flow as well. So if you can see by this GSP, it's going in all different directions. It's nice and strong flow. If you look at the polyps on the Stylophora, you get that occasional shaking of them. That's what you're looking for, is the flow to be not battering everything in one direction, just constantly all different directions, but strong. It's really important obviously for lots of reasons really, to keep the live rock. It's good multi-directional flow to filter the water, and the corals need it obviously for their growth patterns and stuff, and obviously delivering microscopic bits of food into their polyps. But going back to flow, yeah, I vary them so much. So there's 3 wave machines on here, the Vortec MP10, which is on it's on that mode, which basically keeps pulsing a big wave through every couple of times a second. And then the RW4 and the RW8, I've got them on random modes, full power at random. But I do vary it quite a bit. So let's shrimp up to. These fish are getting really good at tricking me into thinking they're starving hungry. This is to be so careful not to overfeed. Coraline algae is going good. I think it's on the rear glass is expanding. Obviously it takes a lot longer to colonise them to glass because it's so smooth. But I think we're doing well with this. At 3 months in, just over 3 months, and it's really spotting nicely. So the plastic, it really colonises quick. The wave machine plastic as well. It builds up really quick. Any porous surface, rock stuff, but on glass it takes, if you notice down here on the plastic, right down this edge, it's just explodes with growth. So it's slower growing on the glass, but we're getting there. It'd be nice when that whole rear wall glass in the central box is completely covered in purple and pink Coraline algae. So water's really good. If you go into Aquatic Log, check out my parameters, go in the search banner Nath's Reef, and you'll see a picture of the tank come up and all my parameters are there, what I'm dosing. If you hover the mouse over the figure, you see what I'm dosing per day. There's a slight haze in the water, a few misty bits, but it's slowly getting there. It's still a very young reef, and all these little fine particles in the water eventually will clear. I would say after about 6 months to a year, it'll just get better and better. So yeah, it's just going to be a short update. So I just wanted to show you the new corals, and I've got a video log of them from the start now. Be interesting to see them grow. So since they've been in there Saturday, it's now Tuesday, and I've just started a tiny bit of growth on this hystrix, this green hystrix, just at the top of that, on the right. There's a couple of. Let's try and focus in actually. There's a couple of new branches starting to erupt at the top, but. Yeah, we'll see. So if they grow anything like the others, so by early next year this will start looking really good, this tank. So if you've got any questions, I've moved the candy cane down here. Seems to like it down here. So feeding that once a week, it's definitely splitting. Finally, 6-line wrasse. It's not out much. So when I can get a shot of him, I will. Yeah, so I'll do an update next Tuesday. Have you got any questions? Chuck them in the box below. And what I'll try and do, it's quite hard, so many questions come in, it's quite hard to reply to people. I'll try and reply to each comment, but what sometimes is easier, so I just reply to any questions in the next video. So any questions you've got, put them in the box below and I'll answer them all in the next video. So hopefully that will be one, but I can explain better. So some of the questions are quite hard to explain when you're replying by text sort of thing, it's just easier to explain them on the videos. So yeah, that's it. The Red Sea Reefer 250, 3 months and a couple of weeks. Last few shots of it. Okay folks, so thanks for your comments. Hit the subscribe if you're new to watching this channel, and I'll see you next week. Cheers folks, bye.